All right, guys, cold weather's finally coming here to Texas, and there's a couple things that you can do to prepare for that cold weather. First thing is to go around the outside of your house and make sure you don't have any hoses hooked up. That water in the hose can freeze and cause your pipes to freeze inside the wall. Once the hoses are disconnected, you grab one of these or one of these and you can cover that outside faucet up. The next thing is to make sure that the inside of your house is comfortable and you're not losing any air. And the first place to do that is your doors. Let's look at that. And the way you do that is you close your door and you look around the outside edge. If any light is getting through, then for sure air is getting through. You may need to replace the weather stripping, but one of the most common things I find is that you get it at the top and bottom corner. And sometimes that can be fixed with this simple little wedge. If your weather stripping isn't all the way down, what this will do is create an extra layer between your jamb and your door and just seal that little corner. And you can do that at the top and the bottom. Let's check out the windows. All right, you got to make sure them windows are closed all the way. And if these aren't locking, that window's not closed. Now, one of the most common problems is you have a double hung window, which means both sashes go up and down. So what you're going to want to do is make sure that that top sash is pushed all the way up into place. Make sure that bottom is all the way down. And you can lock these. If you can lock them, then it's as sealed as it's going to get. Now, there's not too much you can do outside of that, making sure that they're completely closed and locked. But in the future, if you have a broken seal or if you have aluminum windows, you are losing energy in the winter and the summer out of those windows. I suggest you get those repaired as quickly as possible. All right, guys, last but not least, make sure you know where to shut the water off to your house. Now, if it's a newer home, it's probably in your garage. It might be between your sidewalk and the street, but somewhere out in front of your house. If it's not in your garage, it's somewhere out in front of your house. Make sure that you know where it is. Make sure you have the tools to access it and to shut it off. Because if a pipe bursts inside your house, you're going to have a huge mess if you wait to call somebody, a plumber or somebody to shut that water off for you. But if you know where it's at, you can mitigate some of that damage by getting that water shut off really quickly. Make sure those outside hose bibs are protected. Make sure your doors and windows seal properly. Make sure you know where to shut the water off in case there's a problem. Here's to a healthy home.